Hey everyone, this is Matthew doing a video here, unscripted, but I wanted to share some things that I thought would be good. See, most of my videos, as you've come to know me, have been in apologetics, which is the ministry of helping people understand why Christianity is true or addressing objections against Christianity, that sort of thing. And that is the main purpose of this channel. But I think it's also important for my audience to see some other elements about what the Christian life is like for me. And so I wanted to share something a little more personal from my own time reading scripture. And this actually does go back to a little bit of apologetic related content, because a lot of the big challenges we have with God, particularly in the Old Testament, is it seems like his judgment is far too severe, too overkill. But what I was finding reading through Ezekiel is something, I've known this for a while, but it just brought it back up in my mind in such a profound way, is that the reason that we struggle with the severity of God's judgment is because we undervalue and underestimate the severity of our sin that we commit against this holy God. Folks, if we can wrap our heads around this, I know it's not easy, but if we can do this, it actually shows that sin is the whole reason for God to act in his severity. And when God does respond in severity, he does it rightly because he's a perfect judge. I mean, my goodness, because of sin, we are not even entitled to the very air we breathe. And so if we can wrap our heads around this, what we see is that the whole reason we continue to live is pure mercy of God. But that isn't going to last forever. And one of the things I found in the first 10 or so chapters of Ezekiel, and really throughout the entire book, is that God is serious against sin. That's the issue. That's the reason for his severity. It's because of sin and because we underestimate the severity of what sin actually is. So if you're struggling with this, you're trying to understand why God acts in severe judgment or whatever, look at Ezekiel. Look at the first few chapters at least in Ezekiel to see that the whole reason for judgment is because of sin. The same God who commanded Joshua to drive out the Canaanites, who flooded the earth in Noah's day, etc., is also a God who is holy and a God who is against sin. And it's good that God does this, but it puts us in a bad spot. I think often we see God responding in such harsh manners, and we criticize God for this, but we don't realize that the same sin which God addressed in the Old Testament still lives on in our time today, and it's only by the grace of Jesus that we can be freed of the judgment of God. So those were just my own personal reflections as I've been reading through Ezekiel on my own time with the Lord. I hope you got something out of that, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.